Okay, so I need to conclude this becoming a makeup artist or inspiration video. So I'm just going to do a look, and I'll write everything that I did on the about this video section. But I just want to talk to you all while I do it. I've been getting a few more videos on becoming a makeup artist and whatnot, and I guess, I don't know, you know how like you think, I'm thinking it through in my head that I'm being pretty clear, but I guess it's like little points that I miss out on, and it's hard, especially when you have questions and you want somebody to answer them, and I think I'm answering them and I'm not. So one thing I have to clear up is how I actually got started the first time I ever touched a face other than mine. So, you know those hair shows, like this is a Bronner Brothers hair show, the Glenn Jackson event, the hair shows, the what do you call it? I mean the very drawn out, over the top fashion shows, the ones where girls are wearing birds on their heads, or you know, a cutout, you know, everything is like USA themed, or you know, it was just a show like that. And I can give you the address, I'll find it, but they do these shows all over the country, and my stylist was like, look, I know you love makeup and whatnot, do you want to do makeup for the show? And at that point in time, I've never touched another face. All I've been able to do on my own face was like take electric eel and try and make it look like it was something when it really looked a mess. So I was like, and I was too naive to say no. So I said yes. So we traveled to New Jersey. This show was in Secaucus, New Jersey, to do this makeup. And she's like, you know, it's got to be wild, it's got to be funky, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right. So I might have told the story before. I can't remember. So I apologize if I've told it, but this is how I got started. True talk, real talk. So I brought my kit. I didn't have a billion shadows in there, but I brought them anyway. I didn't have a ton of anything. She's like, do you have foundation? I'm like, no. I have my shade, so if anybody looks like me. And at that point in time, all the girls look like me. So I'm like, hey. But then a lot of girls brought their own stuff too, so that was good. And the terrorizing part was the fact that a lot of the girls there had their makeup done before for photo shoots and things like this. A lot of them were models, so they're looking at me like, who is this little girl? Like, a lot of us were the same age, but it was just the fact that they had been in that situation before and they've had somebody bang out their face. So I have this little girl who barely knows what she's doing. They could probably see the intimidation on my face. I was terrified, like terrified. So when all is said and done, I'm doing this makeup and it's looking atrocious. Like, it's looking atrocious. I'm going to do my crease now. And I mean, I'm thinking I'm doing something, but it's atrocious. So I look over and, you know, I'm looking at my stylist, hoping that she's, you know, okay with what's happening, and she's looking like, alright, well, at least the makeup is getting done. Like, she's not, like, impressed. I mean, nobody was impressed. I wasn't impressed. I was scared. I didn't even want to touch these girls' faces. And, so I do all the makeup, and she's like, you know, do you know how to do lashes? And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? And I ended up throwing the lashes on the girls. I don't know how. Stroke of luck. Stuck them on there, bam, lashes. So I was really, really happy about that. But it's one of those things. That's how I started out. Like, I wasn't a practicing artist. I'm telling you right now, I have never spent, you know, $700, $800, $900 on a class, you know, to come out and get my license. I didn't do anything extra like that. I just, time after time, like, took workshop after workshop and blah, 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 and tried to increase. And, you know, every year I went back to do the show. Year after year I went back. And with my stylist, and she pushed me to go back. And it's astounding to look back at those pictures and see how much better I've become as that time has passed. It really makes the biggest difference. So I want to stress that, like, you don't have to be going, you know, you don't have to pay out. I'm not an esthetician. I never wanted to be an esthetician, and a lot of people do, and that's cool. Do your thing. Just like a lot of people are hairstylists. They're going to hair school, and then, you know, they're sticking to makeup after that. I know a billion artists, makeup artists, who went to hair school and decided the hair school wasn't what was for them. So they became makeup artists, and that's awesome. So I don't know. The point of that was just to say that you do not have to. Nothing. Becoming a makeup artist is not set in stone. It's not like there are prerequisites, but there's always a way around everything. So I would just keep that in mind. I'm not saying completely avoid makeup school, but don't think that because you did not go, sorry, I'm shaking the camera, that you're not going to make it as an artist. So many artists out there are self-taught, and I mean, I've gone to a lot of workshops, but for the majority, everything that I was doing was stuff I was practicing at home. So that was that. I don't know, my goal in all of this, I mean, now that I've been freelancing for a while, I mean, I haven't been practicing makeup for a while outside of y'all, this mirror right here, my camera, like, that's basically it. My blog. So just don't think that there's only one way, because there's never one way. That was the point of the whole shindig. So anyway, that's my story. Just trying to get these two eyes to look alike at this point, because you know how you freestyle and you create a look, it comes out one way, and then when you're trying to do it for everyone else, it comes out a completely different way. So on my lid I use Hepcat, and in my crease I use this L'Oreal Duo in Brazen, and in my crease I used Max Big 1, and right now I'm using MAC Liquid Liner in Boot Black. Stuff. Highlight was Woodwinked. Gotta figure out how I finish this. Okay. So, carbon. All the way across. Ho ho ho, and Big 1 again to line underneath. You can't see it while you're doing it, but it seems to make such a difference when you finish. And then I softened the liner by going back over it with that carbon. Cool. Alright. They look like, I don't know. And then a little bit of this white something or other. right over that. That's the look. Alright, see you guys.